Today I just want to talk a little bit about networking, and just to give a few tips on networking. I'm mindful that many people find it quite difficult or unnatural, or they're new to networking. Networking is something that is very, very dear to my heart. It's very, very important. It's been important throughout my career. My first career I worked in media. It's important making those kind of connections and being able to connect with people. I was then a singer and performer. It's all about putting yourself out there and being able to again connect with people in many, many different ways. And obviously today as a coach and a motivational speaker, it's very, very important to me. So for me, I'm lucky I'm a people person, but that's not the case for everybody. But we all do have people in our lives, and it's important to have those connections. So that's what networking is about. It's actually just about rich, connective relationships, mutually beneficial relationships. It's about a two-way street. So some people who might think they're good networkers, or you might meet, who just come up to you and just hand you a business card, that is not good networking, and it's not effective. It's a bit like when people stop you outside the tube station, the train station, the subway station, and they just hand you a piece of paper, whatever. It's probably going to be on the floor or in the bin within seconds, because there's no relationship there. So networking is all about building relationships. I want to start off by just inviting you to step back a little bit and ask yourself, who are you? What's really important to you in your life? And where is it that you are in your life? What kind of people have you got around you in your life already? Who are the people you've got in your network of friends, family, colleagues, perhaps people you know through university, college, or throughout your working career, wherever it is that you're at? Who are the people in your life at the moment? Who are the people who are most nurturing and nourishing to you personally? Are there perhaps people in your network who it is that you could, it's important to perhaps ramp up and build on those relationships? Sometimes there might be people who it is that you have in those networks it might even be time to let go of, because it's not being healthy for any party concerned. That's really important. So this networking thing starts off with your own network. It's very, very, very important to give some thoughts to that. From here, it's worth thinking, well, where are you in your life or in your business or in your career now? What kind of people do you want in your life? What kind of expertise do you need? There might be some very, very specific things. For example, if you're in business, you might think, okay, I need to make some more contacts in this area. I would mind some people who could help me with this, or would like some peers or some friendships, whatever it might well be. But equally, I think if you're employed, do think about networking. I mean, many people who are in the workplace, or they're trying to build their career, who don't think much about networking. It's very, very important. Who are the people you have in your network? Who are those former colleagues, those current colleagues? Are there any groups in your industry or related to your organisation that you could join or that you could find out about? Because if you are wanting to develop your career, having that strong connections with people is really, really important. And I'm very mindful that organisations change. Very often there's redundancy, there's restructure. So having people who you can trust and you can rely on is really, really important. And guess what? So many people get their jobs not through ones that are necessarily purely advertised, but just through relationships, by having the right kind of conversation. So this thing about networking can be very important, not just in business, but important if you are a professional and you're trying to develop your career. Because we all live our lives based on relationships. That is the human experience. It is one person relating to another. And that takes me on to the next point. When you're actually out and about networking, when you're actually meeting people, my golden rule is be genuinely interested in everybody you meet. If you're genuinely interested in everybody you meet will be genuinely interested in you. It is a natural thing. Bear in mind that everybody is carrying all sorts of stuff in their head about what's going on in their life. So it's very important that you give them the space and connect with them first. Don't try and sell. Reason why so much networking doesn't work is that very often people are having these transactional relationships. But relationships should never be purely transactional. Take a genuine interest in that person. Who are they? What is it they do? And then there's going to be that space for you to have a dialogue about who it is you are and what it is that you're doing. Because it's, again, really important that you have people who you know, like, and trust in your network. There's no point having 1,000 business cards, but nobody who you can even remember, or nobody who it is that you'd want to give any business to, or it is that you would even want to talk to. So be yourself. Being yourself is your best asset. So again, there is a myth that you need to somehow be somebody else when it's networking. No, the best thing that you have to work with is being yourself. But do be mindful of a few things. Do think about how it is that you need to dress, apt for that situation. You've got to be true to you, but you've also got to be true to what it is that you do. I was just sent a message to somebody earlier on who happens to work in a luxury business that they set up, but when I met them at a particular event, they were dressed very casually. Now, many of their clients that they may well be aimed at might have a problem with that. I mean, we're all fickle in one particular way, but so it's very important that you are dressing true to you, but true to what you do and true to the people who it is that you're speaking to. So that's one aspect of it, how it is that you look. What you say is also very important. It's not just important that you connect to people in a way that honours them, but it's very important that you talk with passion about what it is that you do. If somebody's there and they're just, well, this is what I do, if there's no passion, if they're not interested in what they're doing, why should you be interested in what they're doing? And you know what? People are incredibly, there is a deeper wisdom that people have. People know when they've been honoured, they know when they've been met. Operate from that space. Be you. That is the most powerful thing that it is that you have. If you're quite nervous when it comes to being out and about networking, I'd encourage you to arrive earlier at networking events. Chat to the people who are organising, and that way the beautiful thing is you arrive earlier at networking, everyone's got to meet you rather than you having to meet them, if you follow my drift. But I also want to talk a little bit about networking online. This is a bit of a hobby horse of mine. Many people end up connecting thousands and thousands of friends on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn or whatever. But what of it? You know, it may well work if you're in the entertainment industry, great, fantastic. But actually, if you're looking about having a richer life or career in your profession, then what you're probably wanting is a good people who it is that you trust in your life. What's the point of having 2,000 people you can connect to, but you don't know who any of them are, and you don't remember who any of them you are, and you're sat in your bedroom and you're completely isolated? It's really important that you have people who it is that you know and trust in your network who can actually add value to you personally, in terms of friendships or professionally, or in terms of business, whatever it is that you're looking for. So also when you're connecting to people online, think first of all about the people who it is you're connecting to. Think about, are they people who it is you want to connect to? Do they share your values and so on? But also when you're connecting to people, let's say you've met somebody at a particular event and so on, personalise that message. I hate when people try to link to me on things like LinkedIn or the rest of it. And there's just this standard thing saying this person's a friend. Well, they're not a friend, and I don't know who they are, and I don't remember them. And they're lazy. They've taken no time to get to know me or to personalise it to me and saying a little bit about them. So if you're making those kind of connections online, do personalise it. Take that particular time to make it true and it very relevant. These are the way that you're able to build strong relationships. And remember, it's not just having about those business cards, those people you're linking to. It's about how is it that you're able to help those people. It's not just about you. Who are the people in your network? What do they need? How is it that you can help them personally and professionally? Perhaps there may well be opportunities that you've spotted. There could be information that you're able to send to them. That's what truly networking is about. The more it is that you look for opportunities of how you can help people, or when you spot opportunities, you're mindful about other people, the more richness and joy it's going to add to your life, because otherwise all the networking is just pointless rubbish. Be you. Be true to who it is that you are, and enjoy your networking. Take care.